Hey, watch your step. I just mopped.
Wow. Things have changed in Call of Duty. I will stand by this till the day that I die. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is the most underrated Call of Duty ever. Holy crap, dude. It's literally 8:20 in the morning on a Tuesday, and we got into a match immediately. Granted, some people look like they've never even left the game in the first place. I gotta say, these people know what's up. Whoa, it is so weird playing Infinite Warfare right now. Oh my god. How did I even get that kill? Now, I did just play through the Black Ops 3 campaign a little bit ago, like literally a week ago, so I am used to the futuristic movement, kinda, but it's still throwing me off. Like, playing with it in a multiplayer setting is just so weird. It is so different. I still can't believe there was a time in Call of Duty where all these jetpacks were the norm. I seriously wonder if any of those leaks are true about Advanced Warfare 2 being in development. I mean, I really don't think that it is, because when you look at the numbers, all the boots on the ground, like modern day Call of Duty games, always sell the best. And while like games like Black Ops 3 did extremely well, and Zombies Chronicles in Black Ops 3 ended up being like the best selling DLC in PlayStation history for a while, again, that game had zombies though, and that didn't have any of the futuristic elements, and I bet if that game didn't have zombies, it would have sold, you know, not as well, just like Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Call of Duty always does extremely well. Even games that aren't received as well, like Vanguard, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, whatever, they still end up being like the best-selling games of their year. The only ones that I think ever got outsold by another game was GTA 5 when Call of Duty Ghosts came out, and then Red Dead 2 back in 2018 when Black Ops 4 had first launched. Controversial as this may be, I actually did not mind the Specialist. The one that I'm using right now, the Claw, might just be my favorite. Oh, dude, this thing is broken. I still can't believe I've been playing Call of Duty for more than half of my life at this point. I still got you. You try. It's honestly kind of crazy just how smooth this game still feels to this day, even though this game is almost like 6-7 years old at this point. Most of the old Call of Duty still hold up like really well to this day. The only ones that I would say feel outdated or anything from like World at War back, because that's when the engine just really wasn't as good. It didn't have any of the refinements that made the games feel better from like MW2 onward. Victor, oh my god, we literally beat him by 1 point. Oh my god, yes, the winner circle. I forgot all about this. I only have one emote. I only have the sharp salute. The one in Black Ops 3 was definitely my favorite, when you can do like backflips and whips and dabs, and oh my god, dude. 2015 was a very different time. Actually, now that I think about it, 2015 wasn't that different. Everybody was doing a bunch of stupid dances. At that time, things like Vine and Musical.ly were still a thing, so everybody was still kind of just doing whatever was trending with the short videos thing. More things change, the more they stay the same. Now, unfortunately, I have never had the chance to play any of the other Infinite Warfare Zombies maps. However, this one is extremely underrated. I know the people that know it and have played it love this map to death, or always singing its praises or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to like best zombies maps, you know, that conversation, this map is never brought up. And honestly, I think that's kind of a shame, because while I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's top 3 zombies maps, it's top 5 zombies maps, it's at least top 10. Like, this map is really great. And considering the fact that it's not made by Treyarch, you know, most of the zombies games that haven't been made by Treyarch just tend to not be as good, but this was the exception, especially this map. I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel before, but if I could choose a decade that I could have like grown up in or been alive for, it would definitely be like between the 80s and the 90s, and well, obviously this map takes place in the 80s, so I just love it to death. I just always love the aesthetic of that area, you know, all the bright neon lights, all the music. It's just, it's such a different vibe. Like, what happened to that? I love it. And this game even lets you customize your starting pistol. So as you can see, normally you'd only be starting out with one pistol, but here I'm able to start out with dual wield. I got the skull on my thing. I got the black sky camo, even though I never actually earned it. It's just that in zombies, it lets you put it on even if you didn't earn it, which I like. Because, like, to be honest, it's impossible to get Black Sky nowadays, legit. I mean, you can still find lobbies, so I guess it's not technically impossible, but, like, is it worth it? Heck, half the time, I don't even go for camos on the new CODs anymore. For anyone that's been around on the channel for a minute, you know I used to be all about the camos, I grind them out, but nowadays, with the way they are, with all the long shots, mounted kills, crouch kills, I can't do it. Like, I could, but I don't want to. Like, I'm sorry. Cold War was the exception. Like, I went through on zombies and multiplayer, I got everything done there, I got all the camos, and I had a blast doing it, but outside of that, Modern Warfare, I got to the launchers, gave up immediately. Vanguard, I looked at it, I was like 70 weapon levels, a fool, are you kidding me? I tried for a bit, I did a bunch of live streams doing it, I made a bunch of videos on it, tracking my progress, I got the ARs and the SMGs done, and I had a few other weapons done, but I ended up giving up because I was like, dude, I'm not even halfway done with this, and I've already spent like, I bet at least 2 weeks of in-game time just trying to do it because I started doing it before Shi No Numa came out. So I was trying to do it on Terra Maledicta, Duran Fang, and if you know anything about that, it's a little bit rough. And that was before the Void objective even came out, and I always refused to do the Harvest thing where you just sat there, crouched, and got all the kills as they ran into the room. So I was trying to do it legit, going through all of the objectives and getting those kills. It was genuinely painful. And then once Shi No Numa came out, it got a little bit easier, but it was still like, do I really want to do this? Like, no. I still try to push Vanguard zombies out of my headcanon and just pretend it doesn't exist. That zombies in that game was such a travesty, man. Like, Duran Fang, for what it's worth, it was fun because it was a new concept. But going back to it now, I take back a lot of what I said in my final Vanguard review where I said, hey, Duran Fang, you know, it's a fun map. Like, sure, it gets a little boring after a bit, but there's still at least some fun to be had. Hop in, do some object. No, dude. Like, I take all of that back. Going back in, it is absolutely boring. I kid you not. I fell asleep playing it. The last time I fell asleep playing a game, I was probably like 5 years old, dude. Terra Maledicta just brings me actual pain thinking about it. It is so terrible. I hate it. The hub world was too big. It's the same shitty objectives. To do the Void objective, you have to do the absolutely terrible Easter egg. It's not even an Easter egg. It's just a quest where you go hold square at a bunch of objects and talk to a bunch of demons. It's like, it's so stupid. You have to do all that, spend like half an hour doing that, and then you unlock the Void objective, but even then it's not worth it. Shi No Numa's good, but you want to know why? It's because it's not even an original map. It's a map from 2008 that they added the Pack-a-Punch section to. And then the Archon, the Easter egg's cool, the boss fight's fun, I guess, but it's Terra Maledicta all over again, except now it's round-based, so If you're new to the channel, I'm sorry. I have the tendency to kind of like start a video talking about one thing, doing one thing, and then just completely branching off and completely forgetting why I even started recording in the first place. Anyway, let's talk about the game that we're actually playing right now, Infinite Warfare. This game deserves so much more love, man. The campaign was great, the MP feels great, and zombies, it speaks for itself. It's beautiful. It's literally zombies in an 80s amusement park. Like, how could you not love that? I really miss classic zombies. We're never gonna get this again. Just classic zombies, classic rounds, the classic point-making system, just, it's that feeling, you know, the classic weapon system, because nowadays, sure, it's cool that any weapon is really viable with the tier system and the Pack-a-Punch and stuff, but, like, this was just different. There was good weapons and there was bad weapons, and it made it so much more unique for content creators to do, like, certain challenges, you know what I mean? Where you go in and you try to do good with a bad weapon, like, say, Black Ops 2, you hop in with the SMR. But nowadays, you know, I've seen some zombies YouTubers trying to do the same challenge, like, oh, let's hop in and try to use an RPG or the M82, right, guys? You know, remember that bad gun from back in the day? Well, no, because now with the tier system and Pack-a-Punch system, there's no good or bad guns. And like I said, while that's cool that you can use, like, literally any gun that you want, I kind of just do miss the simple feeling of some gun good, some gun bad, Pack-a-Punch, see what happens. That's another thing I miss, man. With the new Pack-a-Punch system, it's literally impossible to bring it back without making some weapons just completely devoid of what they were supposed to be in the first place, and therefore probably pissing some people off that are just trying to use the weapon normally to get challenges done or whatever. Like, for example, back in the day, you Pack-a-Punch the Colt 1911 and it turns into the Mustang Sally, you know, explosive pistols. You got some guns that go from burst to being fully auto, but nowadays with the new Pack-a-Punch system and camo system and stuff like that, it's kind of impossible to pull stuff like that off because the people that want to go ahead and get the challenges done, there's going to be some people that are just like, well, why can't I just keep the normal bullet version? Why can't it just stay a burst? Why's it got to be like this or that? So, you know, we won't really see anything like that again, most likely. Honestly, that was something kind of plaguing zombies even before the new weapon system. Like, I'd say from Black Ops 2 onwards, it was just more like Pack-a-Punch more powerful. It was really back in, like, World of War and Black Ops 1, where it's like, oh my god, my crossbow can distract the enemies. Oh my god, you know, Pack-a-Punch of World of War, I got the PPS-H turning into the Reaper, the MG turning into the Barracuda FU-Wall, the Colt 1911, I don't even want to try to pronounce whatever the hell his name is. Don't mind me, just a Call of Duty boomer stuck in my ways. You guys please let me know in the comments, does my random rambling piss you guys off? Is that something that actually annoys people, or do you guys like when I do that? I've been doing it in, like, all my videos for, like, almost a year now, so I just want to know if it pisses anybody off. Anyways, I don't know, I spilled my guts, I said what I needed to say. I think we can wrap up the video here. Anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments, what are your guys' thoughts on Infinite Warfare? Do you guys love this game as much as I do, or do you think I'm, like, completely just singing this game's praises way too much? Anyway, as always, a shout out to the Patrons, comments for your grandma, and Liberty Tab. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I see you guys back here tomorrow at 7. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all.